What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and in this video we got a few new things that leaked, a few exclusive leaks. And before I give you a quick rundown on some of the highlights, like always, shout out to those that liked the previous video and shout out to those that like this video. Now, as for some of the highlights, we have an accurate Photoshop of the Air Jordan 5 top 3. Now, this shoe I got to see, so this is what's releasing. We also have a first look at the Air Jordan 12 Dark Gray and potentially a first look at the Air Jordan 1 Pine Green. We got a few more things from Jordan Brand, a good amount from Nike, and a few things from Adidas. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. The Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes will have his very own Adidas AM4. Now, the model looks very similar to the Ultra Boost, and this pair is known as Showtime Mahomes. Now, it comes highlighted in a cloud white and core black color combination. Utilizing white and black prime knit across the upper, we have metallic gold on most of the three stripes branding outlined around the heel counter, and then we have just below that Patrick Mahomes' signature. Other details includes MVP just above the toe box, and then we have a white boost midsole and black rubber outsole. For those that want to pick this pair up, they release on September 24th. You can grab these at adidas.com, and the retail price will be $180. Not only is this our first look at the Adidas Yeezy 500 Stone, we actually have a detailed look. So it's different than the Photoshop we saw sometime back. I'm not exactly sure when that mock-up leaked. However, the mock-up showed that the Yeezy 500 Stone would feature mesh on the panels, heel, and across the tongue. That is not going to be the case on this release, or at least it appears that way. Instead, we're going to have neoprene on the tongue, panels, and heel. In addition, we have suede across the toe that also lands on some of the overlays, and it comes dressed in shades of brown as well as gray. Now, finishing this pair off is a gum rubber outsole. This pair was originally rumored to drop during October. However, it's now looking like a release will take place in November. This isn't confirmed. I mean, there's still a possibility they could drop in October. That's just what's going around as of now. Also, they will be available in full family sizing, and the retail price will be $200. One of my complaints on the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 is the lack of color. We've seen various colorways release, all just variations of white or even yellow and beige or sesame, whatever you want to call it. Now, some people like that, don't get me wrong. I actually think the black pair is pretty nice, but I also think that time to time, there should be a pair that features more color. And this isn't something new. I've heard others complain about it. I've complained about it. And it looks like that is what we're going to get in December. Now, this is a first look at the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Yecheil. Now, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I did look this word up, and with this spelling, it really doesn't have a definition, so it's linked to Kanye in some way, shape, or form. I'm not 100% sure on that, and I'm sure we're going to hear more information soon on the name. But going over this pair, it features black prime knit, and then for the threads, we have a mixture of yellow, white, and even green. Now, breaking up this color blocking is a black stripe down the middle, and then up top, we have a mixture of red and blue. It almost looks like the light will allow this shoe to display different colors almost. Now, I'm not positive on that. It's just going over these photos. And then the medial side by the heel, it actually looks like it's a shade of pink or even peach. Other details includes a boost midsole and a black rubber outsole. Getting to the release info, as of now, this pair is set to release on December 15th. Retail price will be $220. To be honest, even though it does have a lot of colors going on, something a bit brighter and different from what we've seen, I'm not really a fan of this, but it doesn't matter what I think. Let me know your opinion in the comments below. On to Nike, and we have official images as well as a release date for the Nike Air Max 95 SP multicolor. Now, this pair actually features a few different materials. We have denim, canvas, and mesh throughout. As for the color combination, listed is psychic blue, chrome yellow, and white. However, we can see a little bit more that's going on. We have purple as well as red. And then we have two different lace jewels. One is a heart, the other is a sun. For those that are interested in purchasing the shoe, they drop on September 26th. The retail price will be $180. On Sunday night, Odell Beckham Jr. wore a pair of cleats inspired by the Galaxy Foamposite 1. Now, images of this shoe actually did leak earlier in the week. However, a lot of people were under embargo with Nike, so they couldn't display the shoe or couldn't showcase it until Sunday night. But reading over the press release from Nike, the third in a line of weekly pregame cleats for Odell Beckham Jr., inspired by the wide receiver's favorite Nike shoes. This rendition of the Nike Vapor Untouchable Pro 3 OBJ Up-Tempo cleat is a nod to the iconic 2012 Nike Air Foamposite 1 Galaxy and leverages its iconic colorway and outer space graphics. The cleat will appear during pregame of the Cleveland Browns home game against the Los Angeles Rams. During the game, Odell will wear a flooded brown colorway of the Nike Vapor Untouchable Pro 3 OBJ Up-Tempo cleat. This look is not tied to any previous Nike shoe. It is a simple use of the team's brown color. So I'm going to throw images of both of his cleats. Let me know so far which pair you like better. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys are going to go for the Galaxy, so let's make this a little more interesting. If you saw the last week video, I showcased that he wore the Friends and Family Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Air Jordan 5 inspired cleats, as well as a shattered backboard pair. So let me know how the four match up against each other. Quick heads up, we have a release date for the Nike Air Max 97 Nintendo 64. Now, most retailers already have them, including Eastbay. However, I'm going to share this info because this is a release date for Nike sneakers, and maybe you have a gift card you want to use there, or maybe you just like to buy exclusively from Nike sneakers. Not really sure, but they did showcase official photos, and this pair will release on September 25th for $160. Later this week, Odell Beckham Jr. and Nike will release two colorways of the Joyride Flyknit. One comes dressed in black, bright crimson, and Volt, while the other is done in atmosphere gray and lime blast, paying homage to the superstar's beginnings, inscribing Baton Rouge, Louisiana, his hometown, on a translucent upper strap, along with a clear message: best after 05-19-14, the date he signed his first NFL contract. Since going pro, OBJ's worked hard to show the world his game-changing best. So there is more from this whole press release. Well, it's not really a press release, it's just information from Nike sneakers. But if you're interested in one or both of the color options, they drop on September 27th, and retail price is set at $200 each. Also releasing later this week is the Nike Zoom Freak 1, being called Black Iridescent. So the shoes feature black throughout the upper as well as most of the midsole and outsole. Now, sticking out the most on this pair is the backward swoosh, and that has an iridescent finish. Finishing the look is photo blue on the branding. Now, as for the release info, this pair will release on September 27th for $120. In last week's video, we talked about the upcoming The Basement Nike Air Max 90 collaboration. And for those that don't know, The Basement is a Facebook group. It now appears that they have a second colorway that will release, and this one comes highlighted in gray and orange. Featuring gray throughout, we have what appears to be metallic silver on the swoosh. Orange covers the tongue, and then we have real people do real things on the insoles and across the translucent outsole. Also, the Nike Air on the heel, it appears that will also feature metallic silver, and it looks debossed. Also, this pair is expected to feature removable swoosh logos that will come in 4 different colors. Now, as for a set release date, we don't have one. The two are expected to drop in October, and the retail price will be $140 each. Benjy, which is a skate shop based in Amsterdam, is collaborating with Nike SB to release a special SB Dunk Low. Now, taking a closer look, this pair features white across the upper, constructed with leather, And then if you look closely, we have debossed swoosh logos running throughout. Following, we have perforations on the toe, green lands on the liner inside of the tongue, and the tongue label, which is also accompanied by white, black, and red. And then on the heel, instead of the signature Nike text, we have Benjy, and completing the look is a cell midsole and rubber outsole. So at the time of shooting this video, this pair will release on September 28th, exclusively at Benjy. Now, they do have an online raffle taking place, which will run until September 24th. So if you want a chance to get your hands on this pair, you'll have to enter the raffle. What I'm going to do is drop a link in the description below, which will take you to the online raffle so you can get all your details in. Also, if there is a wider release, I will make sure to let you guys know in the following video. After a few preview photos, we now have a detailed look at the off-white Nike Dunk Low in University Red. As most of you know, there will be 3 colorways releasing. Shown is the University Red and Wolf Gray pair. There's also a white and pine green pair releasing, and then the third comes in University Gold, white, and midnight navy. All 3 feature a similar theme as far as the off-white branding and overall look goes. And in the last video, we went over the shoe, but from these photos, what we can actually see is the medial side, which has the signature off-white text. Also, shoelaces land on the shoelaces, and that's about it. So at the time of shooting this, a set release date is unavailable, but all 3 are expected to drop in October, and retail price will be $170 each. Although time to time I showcase the Air Jordan 1 Nova XX on SneakerFiles.com, I usually don't put them in the video. I know a lot of people don't like this shoe, but maybe this colorway will change your mind. I feel that it's somewhat simple but very clean, and this pair is being called Black Patent. So the Air Jordan 1 Nova XX, also known as the Air Jordan 1 Nova 20, features patent leather on the overlays, all done in black. Crimson red then lands on the ankle strap, Nike Air on the tongue, insoles, and outlines the outsole. What you're also going to notice on this pair is the Wings logo is placed on the ankle strap, and then the laces are off to the side. Now, this is a women's exclusive release, and we don't have a set release date. More than likely, the shoe will arrive at retailers during October, and the retail price will be $125. Later on in the video, I'm going to talk about the Air Jordan 5 top 3. But before I do that, we have new images of the Air Jordan 4 What The, also known as What The 4. Now, from this look, I'm not really happy what I'm seeing with the leather. It looks a lot like that plastic style leather that we saw on the Motorsport Air Jordan 4, but you just go for the look and you're not too worried about that stuff. Just bypass what I'm saying. Also, they will feature a transparent Nike Air hang tag. And for those that don't know, I'm sure everybody does by now, the What The theme combines all the OG colorways of the Air Jordan 4, which includes the white cement, black cement, aka bread, military blue, and fire red Air Jordan 4. I really hope in 2020 that Jordan Brand does release the Air Jordan 4 military blue or the Air Jordan 4 fire red. I know early on this year we heard a lot of rumors that those 2 would return, but it seems that every year we hear that these 2 will release again, and they're just rumors with no real weight behind them. And once again, I'm already hearing another rumor that the military blue will return next year. Do I believe it? Not yet, I don't. There's nothing to indicate that they are releasing. Now, I'm not saying that they are or aren't because I don't know, but just letting you guys know that the rumors are out there. Also, when I first showcased images, a lot of people didn't like the shoe, but it seems that more are starting to change their mind. So if you're one of those that have changed your mind or liked them from the start, they drop on November 23rd, and the retail price will be $200. We might have our very first look at the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Pine Green. Now, the reason I say might is because a few months back, I was told that they wouldn't look like this. They would be different, and I'm going to get on how they look different. Now, before I do that, I just want to let you guys know that the image on screen could be a very, very early sample, or Jordan Brand has decided to scrap what this shoe would feature instead of leather. Now, what I was told is that the shoe would feature patent leather. I was told this a while ago. I did talk with a few people behind the scenes and they didn't see the shoe, but it came from my sources. But it was early on, and that was before the shoe went into production. Not a lot of people know about the patent leather on the pine green Jordan 1s, and it's very possible that they just wind up releasing like this, and that's what was going to happen early on. And then Jordan Brand decided, now we're not going to do patent leather, we're going to do leather. But the shoe features pretty much a band or bread colorway, but we have green. We only have the one photo, and it does appear that there's red on the Nike Air branding on the tongue. And also, I hate that Wings logo. It's like a large plastic overlay, but maybe you don't mind it. And as of now, this pair is releasing on February 29th, 2020, and the retail price will be $160. We have a first look at the Air Jordan 12 dark gray. Now, to me, this looks like a new variation of the Air Jordan 12 Flint that released back in 2003. I know a lot of people want the Flint Air Jordan 12s to return, but it looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon. So as of now, we have two photos. This pair features a white upper. We have dark gray on the overlays, liner, heel, and outsole. And then we have metallic silver on the top two eyelets and Jumpman overlay on the panels. And then we have gym red, which will land on the heel and possibly on the tongue and other locations. We just don't have those ankles of the shoe as of yet. Now, for the release details, this pair will drop on December 21st, just before Christmas, and the retail price will be $190. Last week, I said I was going to leak more Jordan Brand info, and I believe I said at the end of the video that it would be the Air Jordan 5 top 3. Now, this is a Photoshop and a collaborative leak between myself and Z Sneakerhead Z. Also, the specific details like the colorway, the retail price, and the style number, that came from Mr. Unloved Ones and Soul Heat on Feet, so it turned out to be a 4-way collab. So shout out to everybody that helped out. Now, this is the Air Jordan 5 top 3, and this is what's actually releasing. You may have seen Photoshops floating around that showed one shoe coming in white, one in black, and I was fortunate enough to see the shoe, and this is how it's going to look. So this shoe is a mixture between the Air Jordan 5 Black Metallic, the Fire Red, and the Grape, all OG colorways. It features black across the upper. The tongue is taken from the Grape Air Jordan 5, which features purple and teal. And then on the midsole, we have a mixture of red, silver on the overlay, and then speckle detailing. Red also lands on the 2-3 by the heel, and then we have Nike Air in white. Lastly, we have a translucent outsole. So even though this is a Photoshop, it's based off of what I saw. Now, this pair is actually going to be different from the Air Jordan 1 top 3 and the Air Jordan 4 What The. Each shoe will be exactly the same. So it's not going to be one shoe looking like this and the other shoe totally different. It's just going to be like this on both. Now, on to the release info. We don't have a set date, but this pair is expected to drop during April 2020, and the retail price is set at $200. Now, comparing the actual release to the mock-ups that you may have seen early on, which version do you like better? Let me know in the comments below. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys watching. Now, if there's enough news, I'm definitely going to have a video up tomorrow. I do have a lot more stuff to leak, but I'm trying to spread all that info across multiple videos. I don't want to just flood one video with all the leaks. I know a lot of you would like that, but I feel that it's better this way. So with that being said, tomorrow is going to be another leak. This time it's going to be a new colorway of the Air Jordan 4. So if you listen this far, you get a little bit of a heads up. Now, before I get out of here, greatly appreciate a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.